Welcome back. It is March the 25th, 2025. I am Tim Watson with another dog attack alerts. Quite a few things that I want to share. I'm going to do my best to keep this within the 30-minute mark, but we'll see. But first thing that I want to rant about is seagulls. Many of us have had experiences with seagulls. You're at the beach, picnic, parking lots, you have food, and seagulls tend to swarm and in some cases steal your food. But all in all, these scavengers, all they want is food. They'll just go for the food and they really won't harm the people. I know they may be annoying and they're loud and their swarm again can be very frustrating and whatnot. But these creatures just want food. They will take the food and fly away. They may swarm, may stay for a while for the whole afternoon, but all in all, when you're being swarmed by seagulls, it's a lot safer to be around seagulls than it is to be around just one dog. Imagine that, hundreds of seagulls. You're at the beach, hundreds of seagulls, and none of them really are going to physically attack you. You walk towards it, run towards these things, walk away, they fly away. They take your food and they don't even leave a scratch on you. Here we have a good example of these things just wanting food. They will take your food and they will leave you unharmed. You do this to a dog, these dogs will take the food and then maul you, or maul you, then take the food. Or even if you have food, they'll just maul you and then run away. You feed dogs food, they maul you. But natural animals like this, seagulls, where there's no leash, they have no owners, they take your food or not, whatnot, and they fly away. You can live to see another day. You can live to tell the story. You're not going to get any scars. You're not going to be, hopefully you won't be traumatized. You can live out your days. You can plan things days in advance and still make them. But when dogs attack you, when dogs traumatize you, they ruin your entire life. They take away your life. They let you stop breathing. They let you stop thinking. They let you stop having fun. They let you stop living. They let you stop taking care of your children. These dogs will let children stop seeing their parents. But natural animals like seagulls, though annoying, I'm not saying, hey, let's go gather around seagulls. Those seagulls are annoying. They are a lot safer. A lot safer to be around than dogs. And I absorb them when I'm at the park or parking lots, and they just stand there. I guess it always depends on where you are, and I think there's different types of seagulls, and they all probably behave different. I know that, but from my experience, they just stand there. You walk, you drive, they fly away. They stick to themselves. I haven't seen anyone here deliberately take food. It probably has happened, but I haven't seen it. But as we all know, with dogs though, even when you don't have food, they're gonna attack you. Even when you feed them food, they still attack you. You care for them, groom for them, say you love this dog, tell the dog you love it. They still attack you. They still try to kill you. They'll still kill your own children. Hundreds of seagulls at the beach, at the parks, and not one of them will physically want to hurt you. But all it takes is one dog in the neighborhood to maul a neighbor. One dog in the neighborhood to invade your property and attack you. One dog in the neighborhood to enter into your house and attack. Just one dog versus a million or hundreds of seagulls. It's a lot safer to be around seagulls. Another video that I thought was interesting that puts dogs to shame is this video. This guy is disguised as a bear, and he's doing this versus a real bear. And watch how this bear just flees the scene. He just runs away. Do you think a dog can do that? You think a dog can do this? See you and then just run away? Look how easy that was. Look how easy that was. Easy. How easy that was. But with dogs, whether you're dressed up or not, you're the owner or neighbor, they come at you to attack you. Look how close he was, and that thing fleed. That is called being scared. But if this was one of those worthless mutts, those domesticated dogs, this dog would be trying to attack you. It would just attack you for no reason. Look how easy that was. But to deter dogs, man, it takes life. It takes a life to deter dogs. Dogs are not this easy. And obviously, there's always exception, bear to bear, situation to situation. But mostly when you deal with dogs, they're going to attack and hurt you. It's a fact. It's safer to be around seagulls. It's safer to be around bears. This thing is just chilling. Think a dog can just chill like this? No. They're always moving around. Always having to be moving. So worthless, so annoying. Attacking people. Destroying the habitat. Destroying environments. Their sounds are annoying. They smell bad. But other natural animals like this, it is just so easy. So easy, man. I'm not saying I would do this, but so easy. Oh man, so let's get into this. This story, it's about a teenager who died a few weeks ago. I think probably in February. She was killed in a dog attack. She was bitten in the face and neck. This is kind of like a little bit of an update on this story. She died by an XL bully dog. She sustained face and neck injuries. Morgan Dorset from Shrewsbury died following the incident inside the flat in Cobhorn Drive, Withery Wood, Bristol on February 26. The coroner's court heard a post-mortem examination, gave a provisional cause of death as dog bites to Miss Dorothy's neck. So like vampires we see in the movies, these dogs went for the neck, went for the face and neck. Not a nip and stop. They went for the neck. She received significant dog bites to her face and neck, so it's probably a lot. I understand there are family concerns regarding the police criminal investigation. Preliminary cause of death of dog bites to the neck was given to the court. A man and woman, both aged in their 20s, who were arrested in suspicion of being in charge of a dog dangerously out of control, causing injury and resulting in death. So from what I know, when I read in the other article, I thought she was visiting this place or vice versa. So basically, she knew about the dog and she was in and decided to stay in the same house as the dog. So she wasn't a dog hater. She was most likely a dog lover. And this is what dog loving gets you. And speaking of dog loving, dog lovers are the worst. I didn't write this. I say it a lot, but I did not write this. Dali resident sparks debate on stray dog feeding. And I assume maybe they're watching. Maybe they're taking notes. Just maybe. The Dali resident recently shared his frustrations about dog lovers, expressing that if someone truly cares for dogs, they should adopt them rather than just feed them. So this is still a dog nutter. So it's like this is basically pick your own poison. Pick your poison with these dogs. Adopt or feed them. For both are poisonous. Both can still result in attacks. And who's like which sane dog nutter is going to adopt a nasty, dirty stray dog? Who's smart enough to do that? His concerns arose after a stray dog bit his house help, a dog that his neighbors regularly feed outside the Redditor's doorstep. He took to social media to voice his opinion, warning about the risks associated with feeding stray dogs, particularly the threat of diseases they may carry. We always speak about this, how dogs are disease-ridden. So this guy still wants people to adopt these disease-ridden mutants. He highlighted this was not the first time such an incident had occurred in his locality. Severe housemaids and delivery personnel had already been bitten before, and in one unfortunate case, a woman lost her life due to a dog attack. So this is a problem, guys. This is a major problem. People are getting attacked and losing their lives because of these stray dogs. And we can see the dangers of rabies. They already said diseases. Diseases remain fatal. So it's again, like I said, this is like picking your own poison. This guy only gave two options: adopt or feed them, which is basically the same thing, because you adopt them, you still have to feed them, and when you feed them, you're still feeding them. So it's like, you still pick your own poison, and even if you feed them and or adopt them, they can still attack. Why doesn't he suggest getting rid and eliminating these dogs? Because they're attacking delivery personnel. They're attacking housemaids. They're killing people out there, left to right, every day. And I have so many articles about stray dogs attacking people in India. So it's not just dogs that are being owned that are a problem. So it's not just the dog owner, blame the owner. Stray dogs don't have owners. So they're the problem. Dogs are the problem. And he's basically blaming dog lovers for the behavior of dogs. He's blaming someone else for the actions of the dog. It doesn't matter if you feed these things or not. Doesn't matter if you own these things or not. They will still attack. And not just attack, they're diseases. Like he said, they're fatal. Some criticize dog lovers for creating unsafe environments by feeding strays near residential areas. So even though these dog lovers, people, are feeding these worthless mutts, because again, dogs cannot survive on their own. That's why they have humans or dog nutters feeding them. Even though they are feeding them, people are feeding them, these dogs are still attacking and terrorizing these communities. Still. So it doesn't matter if you own these things or if they're fed or not. They need to be eliminated. Dogs are not fit to live in a home. They are not fit to be strays. They are not fit to stay outside. They're detrimental to themselves. They can't even, this is proof again, they cannot survive on their own. These dogs are so bad that they will still attack people after they have fed them. We just talked about seagulls. We don't see this behavior with seagulls. Seagulls can fly. They have good vision. They can see what's going on. But we don't see this type of behavior with seagulls. Only with dogs. Only with dogs does this occur. Only with dogs. But yes, I agree. Dog lovers are the worst. Nothing can really compare or compete with dog lovers. They are the worst ever. Ohio's, and on dogsbite.org, Ohio's weak, dangerous dog laws. Let's see what they have to say. It's a 4-part investigation by collaboration of news organizations. Part 1, dog laws fail victims. And they do. I mean, they allow dogs to remain in communities. They allow dogs that have attacked and killed people to remain in communities. They're dog lovers. They're dog nutters. Yes, they do fail. Part 2, the story of Avery Russell. Avery Russell, from the moment the Reynoldsburg police arrive at the scene on June the 11th, 2024, to the heartbreaking process of recovery when her mother, Drew Russell, arrived at the trauma unit after the attack. She said, "Nothing could have prepared me for what I saw." Avery's face was described as looking like ground hamburger after 2 pit bulls destroyed it. The doctors sewed her face back together. Avery still needs ears and a new nose. This is what these misunderstood dogs did to this girl. And generally, people cannot see how dangerous these dogs are. They wanted to kill her. They say currently under Ohio's dangerous dog laws, euthanizing a dog is not mandated until it's killed a second person. Wow. So these dogs can kill 2 people. 2 people. That's basically a mother and a father, where they have to leave a child or children alone. Imagine that. Remember in some place it's like they stated the first bite is free. Then the dog gets destroyed. But now all of a sudden they can kill 2 people now. 2 people. In 2014, the same year, Kalonda Ritchie was killed by her neighbor's dog. 6-year-old Ziana Boo Drame suffered unimaginable injuries after being attacked by 2 pit bulls. The dogs ripped off her jaw, most of her teeth and tongue. And they want these things to kill twice. So imagine that. These dogs attack, leaving this child alive. And they can kill someone else. Then they can kill someone else. So it's basically 3 victims. Potentially it could be as many. I guess from what I'm seeing here, as long as they attack and don't kill, they can pretty much remain in the public. I hope not. Story of Michael Palmer, who was attacked by his neighbor's dog. When he visited her home in December 2022, December 2022, he said that after she invited him in, he opened the screen door and the dog flew at him. Imagine that. I always have to bring these up because they say dogs can sense bad people. Here you have the owners inviting this person in the house. Don't you think these dogs would be like, okay, this is not a bad person since he's allowed inside? But no, what these things do is go and attack right away. Like, why? Why? Because these dogs are brain damaged. Brain damaged mutants. Anything and everything triggers them. Anything. You could drop a pin. You can drop a pin on a haystack. And that thing could probably trigger a dog to go wild and attack people. Part 4, dog wardens want harsher penalties. I mean, why don't we just promote not owning dogs? Promote not owning dogs. Just having these penalties only will still allow these dog nuts to own dogs, specifically pit bulls and bully breeds. So then, it's still leaving up a chance that someone is going to get killed. So why not just stop owning them? Having more penalties and stating the same talking points. Blame the owner. Be responsible. Blame the person at the end of the lead. What has that done? All it has done is get more people killed. They need to get rid of these dogs. They're not safe anywhere. They're not safe in India. They're not safe in Ohio. Apparently he has to ask 3 times. Getting attacked and asked 3 times. Do you want me to put the dog down? Do you want me to put the dog down? Do you want me to put the dog down? When I covered this story of Echo Barger, he was peacefully gardening on her own property, attacked by dogs, killed by dogs. Still on dogsbite.org. There is a vicious dog owner loop, and it's pretty common. We see it and hear it all the time. If owner has 3 dogs and each dog bites a different person, the law sees this as 1 bite per dog. Not one owner responsible for 3 bites, not one dangerous dog with multiple attacks. Each dog is judged separately. Okay. The owners can put the dogs down or start fresh with clean slate dogs. No serious penalties means no reason for the owner to change. The cycle repeats over and over. And it does. Like it does, because in this society, they promote pit bulls and bully breeds. They promote dog nuttery. They protect dogs. Even when dogs attack people, they protect them. They protect these dogs. The media will protect dogs. The media will after a pit bull attacks someone, the media will get a pro pit bull person to speak about pit bulls. The media will get pro dog people to speak about dogs. What good is that? Like this thing says, remain in that loop. And these things will come on the media spewing nothing. Nothing. They'll just talk like, it's the owner. We gotta blame the owner. These dogs, we gotta find, what triggers them, and the owner has to be responsible for these dogs. This is something that may happen from time to time, and we have to look at these dogs as, our ownership, and we gotta own them, and you gotta put a leash on them, and make sure that you make sure these dogs don't attack. But if it does happen, it's not the dog's fault. We gotta investigate and see what happened, and watch for some sort of triggers, because things may trigger dogs to attack, and sometimes it's not the dog's fault. You get what I'm saying? I just spew nonsense. It made no sense. And that's what these dog nuts do on the media. They come here spewing nothing. Nothing. They're not saying anything. They're not saying anything. They're not saying nothing. They had How to Break the Loop, stronger laws, and I have to disagree. Disagree. These laws aren't going to change dogs. Aren't going to change dogs. Maybe if the law says you have to cut off one of your dog's legs, then maybe, or cut off two, or cut off the dog's teeth, or something like that, or stitch the dog's mouth together. Maybe that would work. If those are the laws. But realistically, laws don't work. Laws are not gonna keep us safe. You could have a law, but still allow these dogs in our communities, and they can still attack people. They can still kill someone. So if these dogs are still allowed in the community and can still kill people, the laws are meaningless. And they are meaningless. They are. And we got to also consider the courts, the police are also dog nutters. They're going to defend and protect these worthless mutts. They're going to defend them and protect these worthless mutts, even if they do see them attacking. So having laws is not the solution. It hasn't worked. Because we've got to remember, these dog nutters are toxic, disrespectful, inconsiderate people. They think they're entitled. And guess what? We just give them laws that they don't even know about. All these dog nuts don't even know the laws. Don't even know the dog laws. So what's the point of having them? These laws are not keeping people safe. And how many communities have banned pit bulls or XL bullies, but still these XL bullies are still attacking people? It's like in this story, aren't the XL bullies banned in the UK? But yet she was still attacked during the ban. So it's like, if these things are banned, but someone is still getting killed by them, then these laws and stuff, it's meaningless. And the best solution, the only solution, is to get rid of these things, eliminate these worthless mutts. Still in the UK, I believe. Boy 8 and woman injured in dog attack. Arrow boy and woman have been injured in a dog attack in Manchester. Police said the pair were taken to the hospital after the incident in Herverfield Road at around 2:30. Their injuries are not to be life-threatening. Police and armed response officers were deployed, and the dog had been safely detained. The dog was not believed to be from a dangerous breed. Oof. That makes things a lot better now, I guess. As long as the dog is not from the dangerous breeds, that makes things a little better. But it's pretty common. Dogs attacking people. Again, I hate all dogs. I hate all dogs. I hate all of them. I hate all of them. I know I covered this in the previous video. Something I wanted to say about this. I guess my take. I mean, it's just baffling that he was still called. He was a really good dog, but yet this thing went on to attack you twice. Attack you twice. And you still have the audacity to say that. Good dog for doing what? For doing what exactly? Sitting there, shitting, moving around, and that makes this thing a good dog? But in the end, this thing was trying to attack, trying to kill you, man. This thing wanted to kill you. These dogs do not see you the way you see them. You dogs see these dogs as fur babies, as children, as, you know, loving and whatnot. But dogs don't see you the same. Dogs see you as food dispensers. They see you as chewing toys. You are not their equal. If anything, dogs are probably, you know, looking at you as you're a crazy mother freep. You're doing all this thing for me and I don't give a damn about you. And all this thing wants is food. But even when you feed it, it's still not enough. These things will still go on to attack you. And unfortunately, in some cases, sometimes kill you or kill your own children. So dogs do not see or function the way you function towards dogs. But a lot of dog nutters act and think that is the case. They're so delusional and sick. They think dogs love them. They think dogs are their best friend. They think dogs understand them. Then what about this case? But we all know when cases like this happen, they're going to find an excuse to protect these worthless mutts. They're going to find an excuse, a trigger, anxiety. The dog was sick. The dog had had excessive brain damage or something to justify the dog's behavior. And what do? They go on to rehome this worthless mutt. Just a sick cult. Sick culture. All right, next story.
Say the core issue is more likely a lack of any kind of training.
Down. It's okay. Down. Yes. Good girl. Stay. Stay.
Cammie Wallen and Bailey Rue are getting...
First thing you notice, this thing has a leash, has to have some dog nuts telling it what to do. But we don't see this behavior with natural animals. Natural animals seem to understand us very well. When we walk, they move, basically. They leave us alone. We tend to be unharmed with natural animals. We have to put a leash. We have to put a chain on these things just so it can listen and not attack us. But even in the end, with the leash and food and so-called love you give these worthless mutts, they still end up attacking you. Because they're worthless. They're brain-damaged mutants.
Getting trained at Dog Training Elite in Cincinnati.
I feel like she has become a completely different dog. Never in my life would I have imagined that she could be here sitting like this calmly without, like, kind of lunging at you, barking, or even trying to run away.
The owner...
See, a lot of dogs do this. They act as if, you know, they're not going to attack. We've heard stories about this so many times. After dog attacks, they say had no history of violence, no history of attacks, then just suddenly attacks and mauls a child, kills someone, kills their owner. We've seen this so many times. Who cares if this thing is sitting there
Owner
doing
of Dog
nothing?
Training Elite says
Who
when she heard about the
cares?
recent dog attacks, it saddened her, but she knows what the root cause usually is.
Most of the breeds that have these issues are working dog breeds, and they need to have a job and a purpose in them.
Because dogs are worthless. Dogs are incompetent. They don't belong here on this earth. She says these things need to have a purpose because naturally they do not have a purpose. They need to do human tasks? Human-related tasks? Because they're worthless. Their lives are worthless. She said it. These things need a purpose. Naturally, they do not have a purpose. So what do you have to do? You have to make a purpose for them. You have to find something for them to do so they don't attack. But even then, when you do, they can still attack. So just like laws being meaningless, training is meaningless. It's just a matter of when they will attack.
In this world, and when they have no purpose, they have a lot of built-up aggression or just angst and anxiety because they're not getting that out of their system.
Purpose to do what exactly? What exactly do they need to do? Like, what do these worthless mutts need to do for some dog nutter? What do they need to do exactly? And they can't do these things 24/7. Do you think these dogs will get bored of doing something? Like, then you gotta find something else and attack it. Again, it's just nonsense.
So there's an example of a form of aggression.
This is bulletproof dog training in Mount Carmel.
Any dog can bite. They all have teeth, so they can all bite. It's what we do to try to control those behaviors.
The owner, who used to train military dogs, says the dogs who attack in neighborhoods are likely not formally trained protection dogs, or they're not trained at all.
Do protection dogs escape from yards and attack people on their own?
Very rare, because the dogs are trained to listen to the owners and stay in their barrier. They're not going to just go out and just bite somebody.
Both trainers.
These owners have to sleep. They have to take showers. They have to cook. They have to turn their back on these worthless mutts. They walk into the door and they may forget to close or lock the door. That door is open. Windows are open. Fences are unlocked. Fences are low. These dogs find a way out, and they end up going attacking someone. You dog nuts cannot keep an eye on these worthless mutts 24/7. You can't. Even if they do stay in the house, you still have to sleep. And during that time, you could be attacked. Someone else can be attacked. They could be taking a shit right on your face.
With whom we spoke say people need to take dog ownership much more seriously.
If you are going to be adopting a dog that has no training and that is a breed that is oftentimes known as aggressive, you're taking on a responsibility in our community, and you need to realize that. And
Your community is crap. It's filled with lies, toxic people, disrespectful people, entitled people, criminals, druggies, stupid people, insane people, delusional people. That's what it is. You're not about facts. You're about being dog nutters. That's it. You're just dog nutters. That's what it's about. Just being a dog nutter. And what a dog nutter is all the things I just said. Being stupid, being delusional, being foolish, reckless, toxic, disgusting.
Putting other people at risk by not making that investment. So if you can't afford to do the training, you really can't afford to have the dog.
Billy, come.
So
Yes.
you need to stop. Then they need to stop pushing dogs on people. You keep pushing it on people, you're always going to get a lot of, again, ignorant dog nutters, random dog nutters just taking these things and not knowing what to do. They go to these shelters. The shelter just wants money. Give them money. Hey, take the dog. Go away now. They're going to lie about the history of the dog, lie about if the dog's a pit bull or not. All of these dog nuts don't even do their research. They just take a dog and think, hey, it's going to be just like the cartoons. I'm going to feed it. We're going to, run. We're going to play. And sleep in the same bed, and you're going to lick my face, and things are going to be happily ever after. But it's not like that. Owning a dog is like a life sentence. It's like being in prison. It's like enslaving yourself to a worthless mutt. It's not like this thing is a cow. It's not like this is a chicken where it can give you resources. It's a worthless mutt that gives you nothing, unless you like picking up dog shit. It gives you nothing. It provides you nothing. All the things you think it provides you is delusion. It's all a delusion. It's all a big lie. No facts, nothing physical, nothing tangible that you can actually hold. Gotta lie about these dogs. Have to lie.
Good girl. Good girl.
Well, most dog training where you train your dog to not be aggressive will start at well over $1,000 and then go up from there.
$1,000 to train this worthless thing. $1,000 to training worthless mutt. Man. Something that you don't even need. That you gotta pay $1,000 to make sure it doesn't attack someone. In Reason.com, Brickbat, sick behavior, and Sacktown County officials have agreed to pay over $700,000 to settle a lawsuit brought by Salvador Garcia Jr., who was severely injured by a sheriff's office canine in September of 2022. He was riding his bike when the Deputy Dylan Black stopped him, suspecting him of breaking his girlfriend's window earlier that day. According to the lawsuit, the Black ordered the dog to attack Garcia, and the dog bit his arm so badly that it tore muscle and tendons, requiring multiple surgeries and leaving permanent damage. That's dog lovers for you. It doesn't matter if you're a police dog or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're owned or stray dog. These dogs can cause a lot of damage. God, I hate dogs and I hate dog owners. I hate anything that has to do with dogs. It's just so diabolical. Already covered this. A key note of this is the death toll from dangerous dog attacks is likely to continue to rise. The reason for that is because it's being promoted, it's being pushed, and a lot more dumb people, dog nutters, are continuing to own these dogs. Not just one, they tend to own multiple of these dogs. So, of course, there's going to be problems. And that's the thing with this dog culture, particularly this bully culture, is they push these things on people, left to right. They don't even care. They don't care who wants to own them. These people will let 90-year-olds own these dogs. These people will let 6-year-olds walk these dogs. They don't care. But when the dogs attack, all of a sudden they want to talk and want to save these dogs. Then stop pushing these dogs on everyone. These shelters, whoever is selling these worthless mutts, need to have again, I really want these dogs to be eliminated. But if you're going to be selling these worthless mutts, you got to have stronger requirements. You got to have something that's better than nothing. One of the requirements is you can't be a dumbass. You can't be weak and fragile. You can't be a twig. Can't. You got to be a certain age. Got to be a certain weight. Got to have a certain muscle mass to own these things. But even that I know isn't enough, but something is better than nothing, because these people will let anyone own these things. They'll let dog nutters who have never done any research about dogs own these things. They will lie to them in front of their faces and say this pit bull is not a pit bull. They'll say this pit bull is good with children when it's not. And they take these things home in a day or a week or so, someone is dead because of this dog. We've seen this happen so many times. So stop pushing bully culture then. If you don't want these dogs to have a bad rep, at least stop pushing it. I don't see anyone pushing for people to own cows. I don't see anyone pushing for people to own chickens. I don't see anyone pushing even to own cats. It's mostly usually just always dogs, pushing dogs on people. And I know why, dogs, it's money. Money is involved, obviously. But dogs are just so much pushed. And then they want to complain about dog attacks and want to go and protect dogs and feel a way. Then stop pushing dogs on everyone. If you know you're supposed to be a certain demographic for these things, push that instead of pushing these things on everyone. You keep pushing these dogs on everyone, we get this. We continue to get this. But all in all, it doesn't matter who really owns these things. Even grown men have been attacked and killed by these dogs. Even grown strong men can't even stop their dog from attacking. So bad that they have to call someone else to save them. These grown men can't even protect their own children. And I always ask, if these dog nuts can't even protect their children, how can you expect them to protect a stranger, a neighbor, delivery personnel? Again, in India, they've been struggling with stray dog problem. There's a stray dog problem. People are getting attacked by these stray dogs. Left to right, people are getting killed by stray dogs. And they say in this article, it says over 50,000 stray dogs. 50,000 stray dogs. In recent, a 7-year-old was attacked. Parents are now scared to let their children play outside or even go to school alone due to stray dogs. What's stopping these stray dogs from entering the school and attacking? Some residents continue to feed dogs despite safety concerns. When confronted, they argue with and do not acknowledge incidents like the attack on the boy. That's dog nut behavior, because these dog nutters don't care about people. They don't care if you're a little baby and you get mauled by a dog. What they care about is the dog well-being. Because these dog nutters are sick. They are sick. They're horrible people. They're psychotic. And I'm pretty sure these dog nutters, and if you analyze their brains are probably similar to real, actual serial killers. Because serial killers have to ignore what they do. Serial killers have to be unconscious when they're doing something. And these dog nuts, they have to be unconscious when they're talking this nonsense. They have to be unaware of what they're saying and what they're doing when it comes to dogs. So I think there might be a correlation between serial killers and dog owners, dog nutters, dog lovers. Because these dog nuts only care about dogs. Just like serial killers, they probably only care about dogs. And again, may dog owners fail to train their worthless mutts. Another story in India. Again, Mumbai woman undergoes nose restructuring surgery after being attacked by 2 pet dogs. The 77-year-old had to undergo restructure her nose after she was allegedly attacked by two pet dogs in Pauray 2 days ago. She was attacked by a Doberman, a pit bull, Saturday morning when she was on her way to oversee the progress of construction work of her new flat. The two dogs belonging to this dog nutter came out of the vehicle along with Verk's driver, whoever, to help Sawati. The brown dog Sawati was handling suddenly ran towards me and attacked me. When I pushed it aside, another black dog the driver Sawanta was handling to charged at me. While trying to avert their attacks, I fell. Then the smaller black mutt bit my nose and right thigh, causing serious injuries to me. So basically, they see you and they attack you. No reason. Dogs see you, they just go and attack you. And people think training is going to stop them from doing this. It is baffling how we have stray dogs that attack, dogs with owners that attack, police dogs that attack. And yet, society in general, dog culture, they fail to see that dogs are the problem. Dogs themselves are the problem. And I'm not trying to save these dog nutters, these dog owners. They're also responsible as well. But you take away the dog. Okay, eliminate the dog from communities. And still have people be dog nutters and dog lovers without owning a dog. No one gets hurt. No one's going to get hurt. They could be dog lovers. They could have pictures of dogs. They can have a whole shrine dedicated to dogs, but not own a dog. Where the population of dogs is at 0. Everything would be okay for the most part. No one would be getting mauled by stray dogs. No one would be getting mauled by owners' dogs. You, the owner yourself of a dog, even though you would be no dogs, you would not be attacked by a dog. So dogs are the problem, people. It is dogs that are the problem. And dogs need to go. We don't need them. Dogs do not have a purpose. You look at these dogs, what do? They just wander around the house doing nothing. Now you gotta give them human-related tasks? Like, why? What tasks do they need to do? What tasks is going to make these dogs not attack people? What task is going to make us feel safe around dogs? And they can't do tasks 24/7. Because if you let these dogs do tasks 24/7, all of a sudden dog nuts will be like, oh, that's abuse. That's dog abuse. Dogs need a purpose? Dogs don't need a purpose. They don't have one. I know they made a movie about a dog's purpose, but they don't have one. All these dogs did was die in the movie. And they didn't do anything. They literally didn't do anything in that movie. All they did, other than die, that's all they did. Anyways, I spent too long on this one, but a few things I just wanted to put out there. But anyways, I am Tim Watson.
It's Okay to Hate Dogs Productions. See you later. Doggy Hater.